Welcome back. In the last video, we've created a project in Keptn for continuous delivery, and we've uploaded our shipyard file with that project. And now it is time to create some services. So yeah, we are in our Keptn UI. We've selected our awesome project. We go to services, and we can create a new service here. We're gonna give this service a name, and it's gonna be Fubar, right? Okay, and here is our service already done. Well, not quite. So we have the service, but this service, like, what is it? Is it a Java service? Is it a Go service? Where is the source code? Where is the artifact? Where is it deployed to? What are we actually using for deployment? Well, we haven't defined that yet. So we actually, before we start, we need to take a look. What is in our uniform? And we will see there's the approval service, webhook, lighthouse, remediation. Okay, but there is no services for deployments. And if you remember our shipyard, we also have a test step. So there is no service for testing. So what do we need to do to continue actually? We need a Helm service and we need a Chemeter service or potentially something else to run the tests. And there's multiple options to this. I'm going to go with the easiest option right now, which is to install Helm service on the same Kubernetes cluster as my Keptn instance is running at. And to do that, I will go to the Keptn docs. The link will be in the video description. Operate Keptn, and I think this should be in the advanced install options. Yes. So this is called install the Keptn execution plane, and we will just install Chemeter service and Helm service as it is described here. For this, you open a terminal. Then first of all, you want to make sure you're connected to the correct Kubernetes cluster. So remember, like using get nodes, we are connected to a K3D Keptn instance that we have locally running. That's okay. You can also check using kubectl minus namespace Keptn get pods to see it is actually running and what is running. So just make sure you're connected to the correct cluster. Yeah, and yeah, then we're just gonna copy those commands and we're going to install Chemeter service using Helm install in the namespace Keptn. This will download the Helm chart from GitHub and install it. Yeah, install it here. And if everything works, which I'm not sure yet, but if everything works, it should also appear in our uniform page here. All right, and it seems to have worked, so it's now here. Nice. We will do the same with Helm service. And in the meantime, we will check if it is appearing in the uniform page. There we go, Chemeter service. It's here, nice. And you can also see the Chemeter service is subscribed to test.triggered, and that's the same test event that we have in here. Cool. So in the background, Helm service is still being installed. Now let's actually go to the next step and define what our service will be, well, what it looks like, what it is deployed with, right? So we're going to go into the not in the advanced install options. We're going to go into continuous delivery, multi-stage delivery, I think, or is it? No, it's deployment with Helm. There we go. And what we want, we could do a direct deployment, we could do a blue-green deployment, but actually we're gonna just do a user-managed deployment. And you can see there is something written here how it works, and it means we would have to create our service. This we already did via the UI, and then we need to add our Helm chart with using this command. This is actually not possible via the UI, so we will do it manually. And we should also define an endpoints.yaml. We will skip that, it's not necessary for now, so yeah. So we will need a simple Helm chart, I guess. Let's see if I can find one. Which one do you think we should use? Maybe an Nginx Helm chart? Actually, Actually, we could use one of the Keptn example Helm charts. I know this is kind of defeating the purpose, but let's take a look what is in there. There is actually the Helm chart called hello service.tgz. And make sure to download it. And then we're gonna copy paste this command. I'm going to switch into the downloads folder because this is where my file is at. Copying this command, and let's go step by step. So the project name is my awesome project. Let me quickly verify that. Yep, that's correct. This is the wrong window. This is the right one. The service name is foobar. We're going to add it to all stages, and our resource is hello service.tgz, and our resource URI equals helm/service name. This is very important. This needs to be the same name as here. So this is the target destination where we are putting it. All right, it has been uploaded. And theoretically, I mean, we're still missing tests. We'll probably have an error somewhere, but theoretically, we can now trigger a delivery using Keptn trigger delivery -- project my awesome project -- service foobar. We actually should provide a value, which is the image. So actually, if we do -- help, you will see you need to provide an image and a tag. So we need to provide image equals. And I will double check now what is the desired one in here. This one. Okay. I'm just copy pasting this from here. So there we go. That's the right one. And I think if we provide both in here, we don't need to provide the tag. Yeah, looks good. And what should happen now is we have a delivery sequence here. And all right, our deployment has started, but Helm service immediately quit, telling us that the deployment strategy is invalid. And if we look at the docs in here, it will probably tell us somewhere that our shipyard file needs a deployment strategy defined. No, it doesn't tell us. But I actually know that, so it's not a big deal. So what we need here is we need to edit our shipyard YAML and add properties, deployment strategy, I think it's like that. And it is user managed, if I'm not mistaken. Let me actually see if there is a shipyard file somewhere in here to verify. Oh yeah, that actually tells us deployment strategy all lowercase direct or blue-green service or user managed. So it is deployment strategy all lowercase user managed, and that needs to go on all deployment steps. So sorry, I'm just gonna quickly edit all deployment steps. There we go. And I've saved this file. We now need to upload it again. I don't think this is currently possible in the UI. What we could do is we could connect the Git upstream and do it there, but I can also show you how to do it via the command line, and I think it's also in the documentation somewhere, but it's actually very simple. So what you want to do is Keptn add resource, and you can see there's a couple of examples there. We need -- project my awesome project, and we're not defining a stage, we're not defining a service, we're not defining anything. We're just saying resource equals shipyard YAML, and this uploads the shipyard YAML to the main folder of our project. And if we now trigger a delivery again, it should trigger the delivery using the new deployment strategy user managed. Let's see if this is actually working. But it looks like it. So in the meantime, let's actually double check what is happening on our cluster. On our cluster, we should see a new namespace. Yep, my awesome project -dev, and actually QA, it has finished the first stage. And in this dev stage, we can inspect all the pods. We can see hello service is running. Nice. And you can also see it in bridge. Deployment has finished. Helm service has finished with result pass. So now the QA stage is running. I'm not sure what will happen in the test stage now because we don't have a test config file here. Can also take a look here. Helm service has actually failed. Well, that was the one before. So it's showing us the same error message as in the bridge before. There is nothing with Jmeter yet, so let's go back. All right, I don't know why test isn't working here right now, but again, our Jmeter service will not find any files for what it's supposed to do. Let me refresh my screen, maybe this helps, but nope. So this is just not running, most likely because there is no tests configured properly. But step 1 is done. We have configured our deployment. Step 2 will be configuring our tests, but that's another video. I'm going to abort this sequence now, so it's not running forever. Yeah, so next video we will configure tests, and then the video after that, or maybe in the same video, we will also configure monitoring using Prometheus. Stay tuned. See you later.